If you're enjoying this podcast from us here at Which, then why not become a Which member? Right now, we've got a special offer, especially for podcast listeners, meaning you can choose any of our 3 membership tiers for 50% off the usual price. Starting at just £39.50 for a full year, you can get Which magazine delivered direct to your door. For the same price, you could also choose a digital Which subscription, giving you access to all of our product reviews, the Which app, and the digital edition of Which magazine. What's more, you'll also be able to use the Ask Which service for personalised one-to-one buying advice. Or why not get a full access Which subscription for just £49.50 for a full year? Don't forget, that's 50% off the usual price. To join Which or to find out more, just head to which.co.uk/podcast offer. That's which.co.uk/podcast offer, or click the link in the description for today's podcast for 50% off a Which annual subscription.
Hello and welcome to Which Short, the podcast that gives you a free taster of one of our magazines every single week. Now, on today's episode, I found a piece that was written by Lauren Bell in the September-October issue of Which Travel, which explores holiday scams and how you can avoid them. With the rise of AI making fakes more realistic, it's more important than ever to know how to recognise a scam from the real deal. Here's Lauren's piece, adapted for the podcast this week, read by me, James Rowe. When you think of a travel scam, street con artists or rip-off taxi drivers probably come to mind, but you are far more likely to be scammed when booking your holiday, and the costs are far higher. £11 million. That's how much UK holidaymakers lost to travel scams in 2024. That works out roughly at more than £1,800 per person. Part of the problem is that scammers flood our social media feeds with fake deals that are so tempting they're difficult to ignore. More than half the holiday fraud reported last year mentioned social media platforms like Facebook, and that number is rising sharply. And it's hardly surprising, considering how widespread social media use is now. In fact, 1 in 5 Brits now makes purchases via social media, according to YouGov. It's also become easier to create a convincing scam, with ever-improving AI technology enabling fraudsters to create sophisticated fake ads and even copy reputable sites in minutes. So with all that in mind, here are 6 things you can look out for when booking your next holiday. Number 1. Being asked for more money. This scam can play out in different ways. You might receive an official-looking email requesting additional payment for your next holiday, often with a vaguely plausible excuse such as a new tourist tax. Never click links in these types of emails. If you do, you'll be taken to a fraudulent website where scammers can steal your credit card details. Instead, just contact the company directly using a verified number or website to check if you owe anything, but this is unlikely if you paid in full. Another tactic is scammers claiming an earlier flight booking you made isn't confirmed and they need more money because fares have now increased. In this instance, you've already been scammed, so don't pay any more. There are very few instances where a reputable holiday company or travel agent will ask for more money from you after you've paid already. Ask for your money back and report it immediately to your bank and action fraud. Number 2. Being asked to reconfirm your details. Common examples of scams like this have targeted Booking.com users who received messages from scammers via Booking.com's messaging service pretending to be from a hotel or accommodation owner. Scammers told customers to either reconfirm their card details or pay for their hotels through dodgy links, money that they will never see again. They weren't the only ones. Between June 2023 and September 2024, Action Fraud received more than 500 reports of a scam targeting Booking.com users, which resulted in £370,000 in total being lost. Booking.com says it has since introduced new technology to identify suspicious behaviour and has tightened security to make it more difficult for hackers, but it could still happen. It can be difficult to tell if messages are genuine or not, so if you're ever unsure, contact the hotel directly outside of the platform to check the message is legitimate. Number 3. Receiving an email saying there's suspicious activity on your account. Having your social media platforms hacked or your passwords or payment details stolen is all too common. So it's helpful when companies tell you if your passwords have appeared in a data leak or if you've been hacked. Sadly though, scammers have taken advantage of this too and could send you an email claiming there's been suspicious activity on your account. As I said already, always ignore a link contained within an email. It could be a phishing scam. If you are ever in doubt, go directly to the website of the company you've been contacted by. Number 4. Freebies on your holiday. You've just booked your holiday abroad and you're understandably excited. You might even post about it in a Facebook group, discuss it in an online forum, or interact with a post from the holiday provider. But remember, scammers are always looking to pounce. They can use this as an opportunity to send you a message offering free airport lounge access or a free flight upgrade if they see you've only booked a hotel. Remember, nothing good comes for free. The message offering these freebies will come with a link to claim. As always, don't click it. It's a scam. Number 5. Rogue taxi apps. Pre-booking a cab via an app is a good way to ensure you won't get taken on the scenic route or be surprised by a steep off-meter cost when hailing a taxi at the airport. But it's no longer foolproof. One Which member told us that they used an app to book a taxi in Italy, and both her trips were subsequently cancelled by email with the promise that the sizable deposit she had paid would be returned within 9 days. This never happened, and she ultimately had to use her credit card provider to reimburse her. If there's an app that doesn't require an upfront payment, such as Uber or Bolt, opt for this. And if you don't want to use an app, at least get the name and number of a trustworthy cab firm from your hotel before travelling so you don't end up with an unlicensed cab. And finally, number 6, fake cruise activities. According to the Cruise Mummy blog, this scam usually starts in cruise social media fan groups and forums. A scammer will post about a special event that's taking place during the cruise, such as exclusive wine tasting or private crafting classes. They'll ask for a small fee to reserve your spot or to cover the cost of materials, but when you get there, the event won't exist. Only ever book onboard activities directly through your cruise line and via a secure payment method. If your cruise company ever emails you, ensure it's not a spoof email address by comparing it to previous emails you received from the company, like your booking confirmation. If you or a loved one has fallen victim to a scam, the charity Victim Support offers emotional support to those affected by crimes, including fraud. Visit their website at victimsupport.org.uk. Thanks for listening to this podcast from Which, the UK's consumer champion. You can find plenty more advice about what we discussed today in the show notes. There you'll also find a link to become a Which member for 50% off the usual price, an offer exclusively available to you, our podcast listeners. Joining Which will not only give you access to all of our product reviews, our app, one-to-one personalised buying advice and every issue of Which magazine across the air, but you'll also be helping us to make life simpler, fairer and safer for everyone. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you're listening, that way you'll be notified whenever we release a new episode of Which Money, Which Shorts or another podcast that we make for you. And if you want to get in touch with us, then follow us on social media, we're at Which UK, or you can drop us an email to podcasts@which.co.uk. See you next time.
Do you want to reduce your energy bills? Or maybe you want to use greener energy? Go solar and get a discount. Right now, Which members can get a 7.5% discount on solar panels and their installation if you use Heatable, a Which trusted trader approved service. You can also include a storage battery and EV charger, handy if you're looking at making the switch to an electric car. To make use of this exclusive offer, simply head to which.co.uk/solar-offer. That's which.co.uk/solar-offer before the 30th of September 2025. And if you're not already a Which member, you can grab a year's membership for 50% off the usual price. To do that, go to which.co.uk/podcast offer to get involved. Start your solar journey today. Go solar and get a discount with Which.